Happy Tuesday. Hope all is well with you. So much stuff. If you guys are just now checking out, you're looking live, what the hell happened? Cracker Barrel, I guess, cracked and it's gone back to their old logo. They haven't made everything else the same, but they said they listened, and I'm going to read this quote here from the Crackerly Barrel. Uh, it's kind of funny that they put this out. So Cracker Barrel tonight announced that they're going back to their old logo. They've taken quite a hit over the last couple days. So it's funny. This is, we thank our guest for sharing. In fact, I'm just going to pull this up right here because trying to do so much stuff. God, it's one of those days, man. Trying to do a lot of stuff. Here we go. So this is what they said. We thank our guests for sharing your voices and love for Cracker Barrel. We said we would listen, and we have. Our new logo is going away, and our old timer will remain. At Cracker Barrel, it's always been, and it always will be, about serving up delicious food, warm welcomes, and the kind of country hospitality it feels like family. It's a proud American institution for over 70,000 hardworking employees. We look forward to welcoming you to our tables soon. That wasn't a shocker, I think. It's not the same as actually going back to what was the original store. And it's funny, I don't know, a lot of people talk about, I don't know if they went woke, because I don't think they went woke. I don't think it was a woke thing they did. I think they're trying to become modern. I think they've got a bunch of young people inside of a place that is feeling like this is what, they would like. They don't care about Mimon or cooking because Mimon grew up in the 80s and 90s. So it's not the same as maybe that home cooked meal. And so what happens is the people that build this amazing restaurant or atmosphere, whatever it is they do, they turn it over to the young, and the young don't quite get what the nostalgia was about. And they're quick to go, I don't need any nostalgia. I don't care about that. And then they turn it into something that is, and look, I understand, they're trying to get a little bit hipper, but they've turned it into something that isn't as welcoming, I think, as a lot of people would hope it would be. So very interesting, but not a surprise. Old Coke, new Coke. That's what I say. And if you guys haven't heard this today, big news.
Taylor Swift is engaged. Taylor Swift is engaged. Taylor Swift is engaged. Come back to me. She just posted it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, it's huge. The ring is ginormous. This is so exciting. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's on her Instagram. It's on her Instagram. It's on her Instagram. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I feel like Paul Revere right now. This is a very exciting moment for me in my professional career because I get to announce that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are engaged. As you're talking to Joe Lang, our lovely producer Gabby Ake texted me and said, Taylor Swift's engaged, and you can see it right there on her social media. She put it up in that post that they got engaged with the caption, your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married, with a little dynamite sign there. So very exciting here that we get to break that and tell you about that.
All right, Swifties.
So very exciting indeed. So they got engaged. Not a shocker. Good for them. I think my first thing my wife said was, oh, I feel bad for him. Rest in peace. I think he's going to be all right. I mean, come on. If you're going to be engaged to somebody, and you're going to get married to somebody, you can make a worse choice. But she's a liberal. You know what? She's a megastar. And we were talking about this today, me and the guys, because we're out here in Nashville, and obviously country music she's still, massive star, not just in this, but in country music as well. And you got to think about the life that she leads, right? Like, there's no walking down the street by yourself, right? You don't go anywhere without an entourage of, for every one person you're hanging out with, you've got 3 or 4 people that are protecting you, layer after layer. You're almost guarded at times like the president. That's a tough thing. That is a tough thing to have a normal life. No doubt about that. So what do you think of those apples that are apples? And we covered it today on the show. It's funny because on my local show, we were breaking with it and we were laughing because they were getting engaged. Just as we went on the air, our news guy, Ken, says, oh, breaking news. And then that's kind of what we hit it with. And you get a lot of the old timers, right, sitting around watching Fox News all day with their dog Blue. The thing I found interesting was, how angry some of them were. This isn't news. I'm like, no, this is life. This is pop culture. This is all the things. There's nothing wrong with this. So, just deal with it. And it was, it was interesting because some people sit around all day and they just don't watch politics all day. If I can get anything across, don't watch politics. Have fun, get out in the world, live a little pop culture-y. It's good for you. I promise you. I swear it is good for you. I do. We're not gonna do a ton tonight because it's my little one's birthday. So we've already given her presents. We've already done all the stuff, and currently she is bouncing on her new bounce house thing. But I wanted to hit a couple things. This I found interesting. So America first. Yeah. Yesterday, Trump, South Korean president.
President Xi would like me to come to China. It's a very important relationship. As you know, we're taking a lot of money in from China because of the tariffs and the different things. And it's a very important relationship. We're going to get along good with China. I hear so many stories about we're not going to allow their students. We're going to allow their students to come in. We're going to allow, it's very important, 600,000 students. It's very important. But we're going to get along with China. But it's a different relationship that we have now with China. It's a much better relationship economically than it was before. With Biden, boy, what he allowed they just took.
Well, I was going to say this. First of all, we pay the tariffs. China doesn't. So let's go on there. I've done a lot of research. I haven't seen China paying any of the tariffs. We're paying them. Secondly, 600,000 seems like a lot. And the way Howard Lutnick pitched this today, which was so bizarre, or yesterday with Laura Ingraham, is, well, these bottom 15 colleges wouldn't have any, chance of surviving if these students didn't come over. And they come over and then they pay full tilt, by the way. So they're going to get into all these top-notch colleges, therefore knocking the rung of American students down. Therefore, those will trickle down to the bottom colleges. And I was like, man, that's, make up your mind with China. That's the way I feel. Nothing against Chinese people. They want to dominate the world. The reality is that's not who we are. You said you're America first. The tariffs have been, wishy-washy at best. On top of that, you go and you look at what you've done with India, and India just kind of said, yeah, piss off. We're not going to, okay, if you're going to hit us with tariffs, we're going to buy from wherever we are. And now you've sent India closer to Russia. And now this, make up your mind. If you're going to go full hog, go full hog. Well, we got to get stuff ready. And what about this? And what about that? It has been very wishy-washy at best. And the reality is something like this, not a fan of. And I think if we're honest with ourselves, there's a lot of reasons for this. The same reasons we shouldn't allow them to buy farmland everywhere as they have and snatch up land everywhere. What do we have? 600 kids, 800 kids that went to college in China last year. They're getting ready to have 600,000. I think it's an issue. I absolutely do. And at a time when there's an arms race and a race when it comes to the minds for AI and a race for so many other things, and colleges being that place where so much research and stuff gets done, I think it's a fair question to ask. Maybe no. Maybe no. Let me know what you think. And finally today, like I said, we're going to do a short one tonight. I get a lot of crap every day when it comes to what's going on in Gaza and what's going on in Israel. And I'm going to be frank with you guys. I don't give a shit. All right. If they're going to censor me, censor me. If they want to get rid of me, and come after me hardcore, again, I'm going to speak my mind. I'm going to tell you what I think is real and put it out there, because I think this is something that needs to be done. I get it from a lot of people. And the truth is, this has nothing to do with the Israeli people. This has nothing to do with the Jews. This is all to do with the party itself, the Hood Party, and the way that they've conducted themselves. And yesterday was a perfect example of just fucking, the best way to describe it, nightmare. And watching this, and we're going to play some of it. So if you're squeamish, turn around. Don't look at this. But this is after this hospital and Sar Hospital have been hit once. Then, as everybody's there on the balcony of the 4th or 5th story of the balcony of the church, they get hit a second time. As the kids would say, a double tap.
لا حصل الآن خليك يا الله راح الدفاع المدني كتلوا الناس راح الدفاع المدني كتلوا الناس استهداف كبير الآن كما تشاهدون في هذه الصورة.
And I'm going to tell you this straight up. It's another one of those things where there was 4 reporters dead. Difference this time is Reuters, AP, NBC. Much different. The IDF said, yeah, we think we made a mistake because we thought that the camera was like a camera you could spy on us. And nobody's buying it anymore. So I just want to get this right. The most moral military in the world, the military and the spy apparatus of Israel is beyond legendary. This is go back to what happened with Hezbollah, with the pagers, the beepers. Do you realize how adept that was? They set up fake businesses. They took out advertising. They did stuff that took God knows how long, years and years to cultivate something and to get these pagers into the hands of people. And then simultaneously, boom. This is the same group of people that have the brilliance in their military to take out a nuclear scientist or an Iranian general in an apartment, right? Where none of the other apartments in the 10, 15, 20-story apartments are touched. And that general happened to be there that night. That nuclear scientist happened to be there that night. People in the other room aren't even hurt. And yet, they blow the shit out of everything on the other side. And I say this with all respect. They are winning the physical war, but they're going to lose the PR war. And as we have seen with, and you can go back in time, kids, Vietnam wasn't just it. Go back and look what happened with the Soviets and what happened in Afghanistan. You can go on and on. That changes, that voice, that stuff is so much louder than people realize. And if people are honest, they'll look at them and tell them exactly how they need to hear something. And telling everybody, well, that kid died over there because he had like multiple sclerosis. And yes, he did have, famine did affect him and he did die from famine, but there were there was circumstances on which under he was living that was, yes, he had no food, he had no medicine, he had no hospital. As a human being, this is absolutely atrocious. And what's pissing me off more is the insanity of people coming out on a daily basis. Well, you shouldn't say that. You hate the Jews, you hate this, or you hate. No, it's not that. Enabling them to continue to do the things they're doing, to become the things that they say they want to fight against, it's not going to help them. And friends will tell friends exactly what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. And at this point in time, they don't give a shit. And you're seeing the voices are louder too. On the other side of the wall, as people are taking the streets, they're going, you don't care about the hostages. You don't want any part of this. You have bigger things in mind. And the enablers too, in the U.S. and the bullshit that goes on here, and Trump and everybody else turns a blind eye, winks at him, tells him go, and then always reminds everybody, well, Hamas has to give up. Hamas could walk up today, give up, and I don't think it's going to matter because everybody is Hamas. Everybody is Hamas in their mind. And they're just innocents. Yes, there's some bad people on the other side, and they need to be eliminated. But so many people, they admitted to the world that according to their statistics, 83% of the people that have been killed are civilians or non-combatants. And I want to remind everybody, boys like 14, 15, my son's age, they're technically in their mind, well, they could be combatants. So So what's the real number? 90, 93%? You're not endearing yourself to the world. You're not building bridges. You're burning everything down. Is it worth it? We're going to find out. No doubt about that. You guys have a blessed night. We'll be back tomorrow. Like I said, a quick one tonight. So much stuff I've got to get to still. And it's my little one's birthday. Just want to thank you guys for hanging out with us. God bless you all. Check me out on the radio, 6 to 9 tomorrow morning, 9 to noon on the East Coast. Go to ChadBensonShow.com. Find out where I'm playing in your neck of the woods. Night.